Hello everyone. Today we shall see how to deal with records in Power Query. Here I'll quickly go to new query and create a blank query. Okay, I have this blank query. I'll rename it as record. Okay, suppose that I'll create a record by typing equal to enter square brackets. Okay, I'll give a name. Okay, name equal to I'll type in double quotes. Suppose that I take a random name called John. I'll put a comma. In the second field, I'll take age. I'll type age as random number 25. In the third column, I'll take email. I'll again give the random email like john at the rate mail.com. So these are three fields which are provided the respective values, and when it is enclosed within square brackets, it becomes a record. As I click over here, you could see that my three records are appearing over here. Let us see a few properties of these records. Okay, I'll add a step. This will add as a step. Okay, in this step, suppose that the record is my source. Okay, in this step I'll show few properties of record. Suppose that I want to find what are the fields count. Okay, the name, age, email which you see, they are called as fields. So I'll write record dot field count. Open the parenthesis. In the record we'll provide our source. Okay, I'll click on this tick mark. Here you could see that the field count is 3 because we have 3 fields. Similarly, suppose that whether it has fields or not, I'll how to find whether it has fields or not, I'll show the function. Right, I'll type record dot has fields. Okay, our record dot has fields, it will help us to check whether the record has its fields or not. I'll as soon as I open the parenthesis and give the source, here you could see that when I click on check mark, it could throw you an error because it expects the second parameter. In the second parameter, you could see that you have to provide the fields to check whether it has those fields or not. We name that, we know that we have the name column. So I'll click on here. So it will show us whether the second this column name exists in the record or not. Similarly, if I want to check multiple columns, I'll make it into a list. Okay, the second parameter I have enclosed in a list and then provide the respective values by separating it with a comma. Suppose that I will separate it and type age. When I click here, you could see that it will again yield me true condition. Instead of it age, suppose I put phone, which is not present, it will give me the false condition. This is how record.hashfields work, and it will search the record and make sure that whether these fields exist or not. Okay, now we have seen how to count the fields and how to check whether the record contains these fields or not. Let us duplicate this query. Okay, and we shall look into few other functions where I could add a few things to the previous record. Okay, here I'll rename the column as add field. I'll remove the previous step because I do not require it. Okay, this is my source step. I'll click on the add step. What I'll do is I'll type record dot add field. I'll open the parenthesis. As soon as I open the parenthesis, you could see that I need record. So I'll type source. I'll put a comma. In the field name, suppose that I want to add a field name which is phone. Okay. In the third parameter, I have this value. Suppose that I will give the value of phone number like 12345667. Okay, and I'll click on this tick mark. Here you could see that as soon as I entered these values, here the phone number is updated. Record.add field, it would help us add a field. Okay, suppose that if we want to combine two different records, it would be possible to like add and also even combine. I'll show you by duplicating this query. I'll have made a duplicate to help you better understand. I'll write combine. I'll remove this step or else we could add a step. Okay, I have added a step. I'll type record dot combine. Here you could see that we need to provide the records as list. I'll type curly bracket. I'll hit enter. Okay, here we have to provide the list. I'll type custom one because in custom one I have my 4 records which you could see here, and I'll hit enter. Here in the second list which I need to combine, I'll put square brackets. Along with these details, suppose that I want to add country, I'll type country. Okay, okay, I'll type without double quotes country equal to, I'll type India. So along with this custom one record, I'm adding a one more record which is country. I'll click over here. You could see that along with the previous record, our country record also like added. This is how we use record.combine to add multiple records. So please remember that we have to enclose within list like curly bracket so that the records could be combined. Otherwise, we would not. It will throw us an error because since we are not providing the list. Okay, I'll again duplicate this query to show you how to remove the fields if required. Okay, this is our previous step where we have these 5 different fields. I'll add a step. That was our custom 2 step, if you could see in the applied steps. Okay, here I'll do is I'll show you how to remove the field. Okay, I'll rename the field as I'll rename the query as remove fields. Okay, in the query I'll write record dot remove fields. Okay, in the record dot remove fields, first thing what I need is I want to provide the record. Okay, I'll provide the record as custom 2 where I have the respective fields. Okay, in the fields, suppose that I want to remove country and phone, I could type. I'll open the curly bracket. Okay, in the double quotes, I'll type country, and in the second value, I'll type phone. So I do not require these fields, so I'm typing it in curly brackets and I am clicking here. Here you could see that from 5 values our record has now been changed to only 3 values. Okay, this is how record.remove fields work. I'll again duplicate the query and show you how to rename the fields. Okay, I'll type rename. Okay, and I'll add a step. Here in the custom 3, if you could see, we have these 3 values. In the custom 4, I'll try to show you how to rename it. I'll type record dot rename fields. I'll open the parenthesis. Here once you open the parenthesis, here you could see that we have to provide record. I have my record in custom 3. I'll provide custom 3, comma. We have to provide renames as list. Suppose that I'll open the list with like I'll open the curly brackets. I'll instead of email, okay, I want it as email contact. Okay, so I'll type email as my first word, which is the old word, and then email contact as the new word within curly brackets. I'll click OK here. As I click OK here, you could see that my order has been like similar, but you could see that email value has changed to email contact as provided. Okay, this is how record.rename fields will help us to change the names. Suppose that I want to change multiple I want to rename multiple things. What I could do is I could open a curly bracket and we have to provide list within lists. So I have opened a curly bracket here. I'll put a comma after the first list. I'll open again another list. I'll rename age as something called tenure or any other word. Okay, after this list I'll do remember to close the curly bracket because we have opened a curly bracket here. So this is like list within list. Do remember to practice it, how to rename the records. I'll click over here. You could see that instead of age, my value is now changed to tenure. This is how we rename the records. Okay, I'll quickly duplicate this query and show you how to reorder the fields. Okay, in order to reorder, I'll add a step which is record dot reorder fields. Record dot reorder fields, it will help us to reorder the fields. I'll open the parenthesis. Here in the first parameter we have to provide record. I'll provide the record which is custom 4, which is my previous step here. Okay, in the custom 4, which is this record, suppose that I want to list the email contact first, tenure next, and the name in the third part. I'll open the curly bracket. I have to provide order wise. Suppose that I'll provide email contact, comma, I'll provide the tenure and then name. So I have provided the order in a list. Okay, and then you have to click here. You could see that the order has been now changed. This is how we deal with reordering, by mentioning the proper order which is required in a list. I have shown you how to create a record. I have shown you how to add a field. Okay, I have shown you how to combine different records, and these are the few functions where we remove the fields. Okay, and we could even rename the fields and also reorder the fields as required. This is all for now. Thank you for watching and we shall meet in the next video.